Hello everyone, welcome to day 164 of playing chess every day for a year. Let's find the game. Starting as white here. If bishop c5 comes, I push h3. It's actually okay to castle maybe, but maybe if the knight comes in, I just go for castles. Let's try something different. I'm looking for b4. Takes. If the knight takes, I already know that simplifying is the wrong way to play. Think I'll go to kick the bishop away. Then I can attack the knight with queen b3. The bishop has to leave. I have queen b3. They have to commit their bishop. I can also just play a4 and take all the space on the queen side, stopping the knights from ever moving and then playing queen b3. The bishop goes back that way. I'll play a4 here. Castling could be good. Queen b3 looks nice, attacking the knight. They have to defend with their bishop. I can go for this pin, but I would actually lose the bishop, so this move, the knight can go here. Could just castle now, keep it simple, and then go for this, which I think I'll do. Castle, bring my rook to the center, then play queen b3 to attack the knight. Could push, and if they take, can push. If they push, that's a problem for my knight. I'll play queen b3 to attack the knight. Queen b3 is nice. They have to play this move. Then I can maybe force this knight away. So, but here I get hit with the fork. I'll probably just jump this knight in, trying to remove this defender. Simply going for knight e4. Kicking the bishop away. I wish I could attack this knight. It doesn't have many squares, but it has to leave now. Now I have knight to e4. Puts pressure on the bishop. The bishop has to leave. I mean, this move, I just take. And if the bishop goes back, I can jump in. Hits the pawn, hits the bishop, which will then win me this. I think after they go back and I go here, they actually go back that way. So if I take here to check and they have to take. But if I take and they take, that weakens their king very, very much. I'd instantly play this move. If I take and they take, I actually don't have anything there, so I need to get rid of the light squared bishop. I mean, this move is possible now. Bringing the bishop in. I'm looking at this move. The bishop can move. This move, the bishop moves. I guess I could bring another piece to the attack. If I do take and the knight takes, I can actually like have a nice attack, so I think I will go for this. If the knight takes to defend the structure, I take the bishop. And I win a pawn. Knight does take. Up a pawn. Taking here just threatens this. I mean, bringing more pieces is always good. Do I have this now? I mean, this comes with an immediate threat of checkmate. This is also defended. If I can bring the bishop in, that would be very good. Also this is defended, so it doesn't work. Bishop in just seems like a good move. I'm threatening checkmate. They have to defend this square, probably with... I'm not sure how they actually defend this square. This is a fantastic position for me. The king is paralyzed, can't move. That does seem like the only good move. But I have this. No, I don't have this. It's defended. I really don't want to take. I mean, check just takes. Check doesn't work here because of this knight, which is really annoying. I will simply go for the trade. And now I need to be very careful because my knight's pinned to my back rank, so I can just develop the bishop, maybe even here, to open up my other rook. This is hit, so I probably need to play this move to defend and also to free up my back rank. My check doesn't work simply because the knight takes. The knights protect each other. Push doesn't work because they take. Rook over. I don't see tactics, but I could anchor in my knight. I have also this check, but they just take. Also, if I push, they take, I maybe have, no. I am seeing that my bishop can come alive to remove this knight. But it's too early for this push probably. My knight's in the way. I could undevelop the knight to then push, which looks very good. So now the rooks see each other. And c4 comes with an attack on the knight and on this knight too. This knight is also defending my rook on the back rank. c4 is coming. It's my best move. They are attacking this, which is annoying. I can just play this and then play c4. But here they take, it's actually defended. I can push also, but then this is just a clean fork. A push, it's a clean fork. Defend, they can take, which is also a fork. A push, they go for this. I have to go for this. And then if they take, I have to take like this. Really don't want to push. I could block. So push, they jump in, I have to go here. Rook b1. This is just blocking in my own bishop. So now I need to go to this square instead. I mean, they remove a rook, but taking with the knight actually defends this square. Taking with the rook allows the fork. Taking with the knight seems much better. This is defended now. I mean, this is defended, I can just go for this move. If I push here, they have this check, but then obviously I step up. It's probably best to just play h3. I do like tempoing this knight. It can jump in though, with checks, which I don't like. Just play h3. If they decide to take, that's actually a blunder. Check, I go here. The rook comes in to hit my bishop. If I go after the knight, is this move a threat? It looks like one, but this forces the knight away and lets me bring my bishop into the game. So here, this would be a huge blunder. I don't know why I thought of that. I can just slide my rook over to hold everything. If I move the bishop, I'm also allowing it to develop this way. But then they come in here. Or here. I could just go bishop a3. Rook b1 looks good. I'll go bishop a3 probably. They step their king up. There aren't any threats here. Yes, there's a check, but I just take. This move they take here. This, I don't see how they get into my position here. This just loses a knight. Maybe I can give up a pawn just to have ideas of this. Just freeing up myself. freeing my knight. Could push here and then here. But the problem with pushing is that it comes with tempo on this, so simply push. If this move comes, it actually looks very good. But then I just step back and I can defend from afar with my bishop. They do go for that. My bishop is defended. They do win this pawn if I go here with the rook. Mate's defended and so is this. I think I simply leave and then push. That moves attacks my pawn. I think I can stop pushing here. Maybe I could go for this. They take, I take with tempo. Also coming here to defend. They go back to defend. I think I stop pushing here. Also they can take this because they win a pawn and have a dangerous attack around my king, but oh wow, they go to defend this way. This move looks very brave, but don't think that'll work. Also, if I push now, the knight takes, but then I have this. I do not want to give up my only 2 extra pawns, so I want to go here and just force these knights away. Pushing these pawns around my king though does not look good. If I go here to bring my knight into the game, that seems quite useful. I can just go back this way now. My bishop has a clear path back to my side of the board. That would also let me push here. Also, I'm seeing push, which looks good. Attacking my bishop. Winning a pawn. Maybe I have this move. So, if push, rook takes, so push cannot work. If I just go back now, they can win a pawn. But that's okay. This piece is hanging though, so they can't actually take. If check, I go here. Maybe I go here. And the knight is almost trapped, only has this square. This is the only square for the knight. I'm not sure if taking or pushing is better. Pushing looks very good, but the knight can take. They sacrificed the knight. I mean, the idea is that they can push, but so can I. If I take the knight and they... So, let me see. I take the knight. They have a check. But I just go back. I just go back. I take the knight if they take. I mean, this square is always gonna be held. If they push, I just take. I mean, I take the knight if they push, I can actually take. Or I'd probably just go back. I take the knight if they push and I take. They have discoveries. I don't see how they would win material, but I'll take the knight. I mean, I can just start pushing the pawns around my king. They give a check, I go back. I'm very far down on time, so I need to speed up. They do give the check. Maybe I actually step this way. Here, there are no more checks. Except the rook check, that doesn't work. Instead of going this way, maybe I actually just start bringing my king into the game. That move attacks the bishop. I can't defend it with the rook or with the knight. I like defending it with the rook because They'd still be able to push, but maybe I actually develop it with the knight first and then with the rook. Check looks nice, but I just go up. They step their king up. I do see that I have some nice attacks lined up on the king. Maybe I go for this. I mean, h4 threatens a skewer. I'll go for this. Just threatening this. Check if I step away. I'm still threatening this. They step forward, but that does give me a check. But that leaves my knight undefended. But check the king actually can only go to this square. Check the king has this square. And check the king has this square or this square. I mean, check just looks very good. I can always bring my rook. If the king goes here, that's just a blunder. The king comes forward. That looks very wrong. That'd actually be a... actually, this is just a fork for me. So, the king can only go to this square. I'll just defend the bishop. If they push, I step forward. The rook's going for this. I have a check, doesn't do anything. I mean, this is a big threat. I could just run my king to safety. And I managed to get my win by tricking the opponent. Their king was very weak on the edge of the board, and I got the win with my rook. So let's look at this win. I think I played very well. I played with an 80.2, my opponent with a 72.7. I had one miss and 3 mistakes. My opponent had 5 mistakes. I played like a 1600, they played like a 1200. And this game looks very crazy in the valuation, but I was winning for the majority of the game. So we got the Italian. Taking's fine. B4 actually isn't good. I should just go for this, but I thought this would be a very strong move. Maybe then I'd have this. I just bring my rook to the center after castling, which is good. I jump my knight in. I have pressure on the position now. I actually should have gone here to target this bishop to attack the pawn. Instead I go for check, but taking with the knight is wrong, because it does lose a pawn with check. And I am completely winning here. I had to go here though, to just take away extra squares from the king. Knight here defends the queen, maybe that's why it's a much better move. And it also lets my rook take. The queen trade is still fine, I'm still winning. I should have gone bishop d2 instead of b2, which was a big mistake, because my bishop was trapped here for a long time. Knight back was actually wrong. I should have just played g3, because they played knight f4. And taking was wrong for them. I should have just recaptured the rook and allowed them to jump in. I didn't like that, but it wasn't that bad. The game is actually very equal here. Except after this move, I'm actually winning. Discover check is good, taking's fine. And bishop there was just a mistake. I should have stepped the king over. My opponent found the right moves to keep the game equal. I should have actually just pushed and gone back with the bishop. Instead I go after the pawn, but they have a way to defend. I finally come back with my bishop and I'm winning again. I mean, this is not the best move. I just take the knight. They don't really have a way to promote that easily, so I just slowly bring my pieces in. They have a check, but it's okay. They can even trade down. I'm still winning. Rook there was a mistake. I gave a check first, which was okay, and then went back. I bring my king in. They queen, which just doesn't help them at all. They go after my pawn. I find this move to defend. They pin the knight, but the knight's already defended, so. And here I see that the king, if I gave a check, the king would, if my king was on f4, which I put my king on f4, their king is actually completely boxed in, and they have to play king h3 to avoid checkmate. So I did see that this would be trapping the king. And luckily for me, they didn't see king h3 to save themselves, so they played rook b3, and I get the checkmate on the corner of the board, so very happy with the win. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.